Good afternoon. My name is Rodney Glover. I'm a candidate for governor of Florida. And my sole purpose, as usual, is to tell you that, hey, you need to be able to weigh in on legislation. And that's why I'm running for governor of Florida, to give you that opportunity. So I wanted to bring you something that's really interesting. How is it possible that you're being told that something's going to be beneficial to you that you cannot afford and you cannot access? This means if you don't have the money for it, how is it even beneficial to you? Because you can't use it. If you cannot have access to it, how is it good for you? Right now, $5.7 billion annually is what we give from Florida in corporate subsidies. 5.7 billion annually. Now, whenever we use what we're giving to corporations, they call it a subsidy. Whenever we talk about what we're giving to citizens, they call it a welfare. And when you hear welfare, you automatically assume that it's something negative. And that's super important, because when you start thinking about these subsidies, you need to start thinking that if we've decided to pass a bill, a piece of legislation to give a subsidy, this means that the taxpayer is saying that I'm giving away money again to something that I can't even use. Which brings us to House Bill 7031. House Bill 7031, passed in 2025, represents the largest single corporate subsidy package in Florida history. If it would have been for citizens, they would have said it was the largest welfare package in Florida history. Why is this important? Right now, Florida has approximately 8.7 million families. That's $655 per household annually. Per family of four, it's 2,620 or more annually. Over 10 years per family, you would end up paying roughly minimum $26,200. This means every Florida family is forced to contribute over $2,600 annually to subsidize corporate activities they cannot afford to participate in themselves. It's got to start making sense as to why you need to be able to get in on legislative authority. One of the major things that I'm going to bring up to you is this. We looked at the aviation fuel tax, subsidizes private jets. This is all in House Bill 7031. Subsidizes private jets, corporate aircraft, and charter flights. Benefits the wealthy individuals and corporations. Private jet purchases are up to $20 million. Private jet charters are $1,000 to $5,000 per hour. Private jet ownership is $500,000 to $2 million plus annually. 99.99% of citizens can't afford private aviation, yet this is what we just paid for. This is what got approved. I'm not here to tell you whether or not the current House of Representatives and the governor do a good job. That's for you to decide. When you get to that voting booth, when you look at these things, when you look at whether or not these individuals are telling you that, hey, if I came to you and said, hey, I want you to pay for this jet, and you say, okay, no problem. When can I use it? You can never use it. Well, how much does it cost? It costs $10 million. I can't afford it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to take a little bit from you, a little bit from them, a little bit from them. But I want you to pay for the jet. Would you still pay for it? A jet that you cannot afford and you cannot use. If your answer is no, that should be enough to tell you that you need legislative authority. That should be enough. But instead, our representatives, the way the structure is right now, you do not have a choice in this. And I can tell you, from what I looked, 112 people said yes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure that you guys know that I'm looking at it right now. I always go here. I'm on the FloridaSenate.gov site. I looked at the House Bill 7031 taxation bill. Let's go look at it. Pass, yeas 112, nays 0. There you have it. So legislative authority is seriously important for me and you, because you know what? We're paying for things that you cannot afford and you do not have access to. Let that sink in when you're still saying that you want to vote along party lines. You guys have a great afternoon.